All right, looks like we're live. So hi everyone. My name is Wil Metcalf. I'm a certified personal trainer with Actifit, Adventure Ready, and Beach Ready. As well, this is a challenge that's been brought to you by Actifit and Appics. It's called LiveFitChallenge2021. And if you're new to this challenge, if you're new to this live, just remember, we're on day 22. There's only a couple more days left, but there's still tons of value that has been poured into this program for an entire month nearly. Just by going back to some of the previous videos and checking around and watching some of them, maybe working out to some of them, you're going to get tons of value, tons of personal training tips, tons of motivation as well. So obviously, don't feel like you've missed the boat here. There's so much value back there. Just by checking it out, you're going to see what this is all. It's going to make you excited for what is to come. So, but we're not quite finished this challenge yet. We want to make it strong. We want to make it all the way in to the finish line. So it is day 22 of this challenge. Okay, and again, my name is Wil Metcalf. I'm a certified personal trainer. So I just wanted to tell you guys to participate in this challenge. Just click down below. There's details about how to participate in this challenge, and as well, make sure you download the Actifit and the Appics app. There's all sorts of goodies there for fitness-minded people, and not to mention, there's also rewards to be had in the form of cryptocurrency, and you will also get the winner in this participation challenge is also going to be getting a session with myself, individualized personally, and with Lena Soldier. So that's pretty cool, I think. And yeah, so just a little recap on what you're going to be getting. Just by participating in this challenge, you might have a chance to win some of those rewards. So click on the details down below for more about that. If you're new to this workout program, or if you're new to any workout program, be sure you're consulting your doctor before beginning. That's very important. And if you're feeling any unexpected pain, or you're just like, whoa, what was that? Just stop the workout and check in with your doctor. You shouldn't be having anything unexpected or feeling unwell. This workout should make you feel better, not worse. So, yeah. Okay, so I've been saying this throughout the entire program. This is all about self-discovery and getting results that are repeatable. It's all about having fun and listening to your body. So how do we do that? Well, we take it 5, 10, and 15 minutes at a time. That's exactly how we're going to do it in 5-minute chunks. We're going to be targeting the lower body today, and we're starting with a 5-minute warm-up and a grouping of 3 exercises that I'll be teaching you built into a circuit. We'll see where we get, how many of those rounds about the circuit we get. It really depends on how well we do with these exercises. So after the exercise circuit, there's one extra exercise that I'll be showing you. On top of that, we're going to do a 5-minute stretch. So that's a little recap on what we're doing here during this challenge. And I just want to emphasize the fact that you should be listening to your body. This is as easy or as hard as you want it to be. So, all right. So on that note, looks like we've got some people coming in here, and it's almost time for us to begin. How's everyone doing? I'm just going to grab my phone, see if I can chat with some of you. Looks like there's a couple people in here. Maybe just give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready to go, because I'm sure ready to go. It's 11 o'clock here in Canada. Looks like Tom's here. He's evening together. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, and Eric's here as well. So thanks, guys, for being so steady and true to this workout. That's how you get results. It's what you do every day that compounds. So by daily showing up for yourself, you can actually really get the full benefit of your exercise program. So yeah, just taking the time to really go for it every single day. If you miss a day here and there, that's okay. But just remember, the more days you can string together, the more compounded the results you're going to be. So big hi to everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be targeting the lower body, and I hope you guys are ready for that. There are a couple things that would be useful for the workout. Having something to cushion yourself on the floor would be nice. Having a heavy, two heavies of some kind. You can use water bottles if you don't have dumbbells or something else. It would also be useful to have a towel. And don't forget the H2O. Okay, so that's everything that you'll need for this workout. I'm just going to adjust the lighting here. There we go. That might brighten things up a little bit. All right, so let's begin the workout. Let's just start by walking in place. Getting nice and deep. I wanted to say, whoever is in the chat today, and whoever gives me a high five is going to get a high five on the Hive blockchain. You're going to get 5 just by dropping a comment into the live. I just really want to encourage and reward everyone who's taking the time to show up. You guys are awesome, and you deserve a high five. You've been showing up every day here. So anyone dropping a comment in the chat today will get a high five from me, which is 5 into your wallet, from mine to yours. So all of a sudden, we're going to see 100 people pile in here and give me a high five, and then I'll be 500 highs down. So that's okay, though. If I get 100 high fives, that would probably make my day. All right, so let's start running in place. We're just going to gradually get ourselves into this workout. So far, we've got Tom and Eric in the chat, so they're getting automatic high fives. Right on, guys. Anyone else in the chat want to give me a high five? You're going to get 5 high. See some upvotes. That's good. Let's bring our knees a little higher. Up on your toes, swinging your arms. Really nice, even, controlled breaths. All right, so we're going to grab our towel, or if you don't have one, just imagine it's there, and we're going to go around the towel. Just going to back it up just a bit, so it catches it, most of it. Around the towel, switch foot, back, switch foot. See? Going counterclockwise. Warming up those lateral muscles. If you can't quite get it in sync or get it figured, make it messy. It doesn't matter. As long as your body's moving, it's gonna do its job. This is just a warm-up. All right, switching directions. Going clockwise. You don't need a lot of room to warm up. And sometimes just having a little visual view in the room helps. Whoop, I'm kicking it around. Don't trip on stuff. Nice. So lining the towel up and just do a little bunny hop over it. Land on your toes, very gently. Not trying to pound down, just a little jump. Plyometrics, that's what this is. We're doing very light plyometrics. Not leaping off the ground or anything crazy like that. Just barely clearing that one point. Imagine you're not cross-country skiing, you're downhill skiing for the moguls at the Winter Olympics. I don't know about you, but I'm missing the Olympics. I hope this pandemic's over soon. I wouldn't mind watching some Olympics. So, all right, let's warm up the laterals by doing mini jacks. So, little baby jacks, floating the elbows up. All right, nice. Grabbing a quick drink of water. You might feel a bit dry. I know where Eric's from, over in Kenya. It gets pretty hot over there. So it's probably evening over there, I'm guessing. Could be wrong, but it might have been a hot day. Hopefully you guys have all been drinking enough water, because you're going to need it for this workout. Let's get started. So we're going to grab two heavy objects. It can be your water bottles, it can be dumbbell set, whatever you have around the house. Be creative. And we're just going to be setting them on each side of ourselves. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a squat. It's called an alt grab squat. And this is going to load up the obliques on each side as we squat. So it's going to put more weight onto one side than the other. We're going to keep our chin nice and high. We do not want our knees to travel past our toes. I'm going to explain to you guys why that is at the rest part of this circuit. So after we're done our 3 exercises and we're catching our breath, then I'm going to talk to you about why we don't want our knees to pass over our toes, okay? So this is what the exercise is going to look like. You're coming down, sitting deep into it, grabbing one of your dumbbells, standing back up, loading to one side, chin nice and high, and repeat. Okay, so let's go for 16 reps today, or 8 intensity. 4, 5, chin high, 6, 10. Keep breathing. All right, last one. Nice. Now, you're probably feeling that burn. That's good. Clearing the deck so you don't trip on anything. Grabbing your mat. Catching your breath. Did you guys bring a workout buddy today? I hope so. That's a good way to double up your energy. All right, so lay your mat flat on all fours. What we're going to do next is we're going to do a toe to glute exercise. So by pointing our toe like a fighter jet, doesn't want to get shot down, flying under the radar, bombing the bomb, coming back, and the dog pees on the fire hydrant, coming in, switching legs, pointing toe, dragging the toe, pointing it, bombing the bomb, and doing the same on the other side, switching up. That's 1. 2. 3. Really important to point the toe at the beginning of the movement. That's why I say toe to glute. 5. 6. 7. 7. 8. You feeling it? 9. Biggest muscle in your body is your glutes. Burn a lot of calories there. 10. Pay attention to your form. Try to get those straight lines. 12. 13. If you get to an 8 intensity, you can stop. That's 2 ways from failing. 14. 15. Ooh, I'm feeling that. You're really going to feel that in your glutes and what's called your abductors, so all along the outside edge. That's called your IT band over here. All right. Did you guys feel that? Did you make it all the way to the end of that exercise? That was a tough one. So, okay. So next we're going to do a cardio squat. As soon as you guys are ready for this one, putting a towel over, flat on the ground. Remember the bunny hops? Well, this time what we're going to do is we're going to step across, squat it down, and come up, step across, squat it down for 2. Keep the chin high. 3. 4. Now you're really feeling that burn on the sides. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. And last one, 16. Nice. All right. You guys catch your breath. That was good. A good hustle. Very good. Now, let's kind of check the chat, see how everyone's doing. Oh yeah, another hot day in Nairobi. That's what Eric's saying. How's it in Germany, Tom? How are you guys doing over there? While I'm waiting for Tom to answer, I'm just going to talk to you guys about why the knee should never pass the toe. So here we are in a squat, okay? We're sitting down into it. We never want the knee to travel over the toe. Why is that? Well, the structure of the knee looks a lot like this. Okay, so what happens is the knee crosses over the toe, all the weight from the body, shearing force like this repetitively. You'll start to feel pain right underneath the bottom of your knee, just as if you were going down a mountainside on a hike, down, down, down for hours, going down, 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 with all that shearing force on the knee. And then what happens is you start to feel pain right at the bottom of the knee. So we don't want that. So never let the knee travel past the toe. It's just how the knee is structured. It's how it's engineered. You gotta be very cognizant of that. All right, so let's get on to our alt grab squat. Next, grabbing our 2 heavies or our 2 water bottles, whatever we're using for resistance, or just using your body weight. Nothing wrong with that. And what we're going to do next is just go for it. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice, setting it down carefully. Clearing the deck so we don't hurt ourselves. Throwing our mat on the ground. If you're already on the ground, okay. And we're going for our toe to glutes. On all fours, really concentrating on pointing the toe. Dragging it along the surface, bombing the bum, coming up nice and high. Okay? For 1. 2. 3. 4. If you get too any intensity, you just stop and wait for the next exercise. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 'Just be impatient with yourself. 13. Just be in the moment. 14. Hang tight. 15. Last one. Nice. All right, I bet you're feeling that. If you're not feeling that, you could be from another planet. All right, next exercise. Grabbing your towel. We're going to do a side step squat, or I like to call it a cardio squat, because here's the cardio component. Lunging across, putting as much energy as you can into that lunge across, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 14, 15, last one. Make it pretty. The last one, you might feel things kind of breaking down. Maybe it's not as pretty as you want it to be. That's where you got to be careful, because that's when the other smaller muscles are trying to engage to support the weak, the worn out, stronger muscles that are already fatigued. So you can get injured at the end of sets. So always pay extra attention to how that is going with your form. I'm going to take a breath, see how you guys are doing in the chat. Next, I'd like to talk about why it's important to work the lateral edges of your body. When you go for a run, you're moving in the forward plane. If you do a lot of running, you're moving in the forward plane. A lot of what we do every day is in the forward plane, right? So as we get older, the muscles on our lateral sides, they basically atrophy. They atrophy and they grow weaker. And those are all the lateral supports that keep you from falling. The reason why old people, one of their main risks is actually falling down is because their whole life they've been moving in a forward plane and those are overdeveloped. And the lateral sides of their body are underdeveloped. So that makes falling them more susceptible to a fall. So if you have old people, older, golden generation in your family, tell them about these exercises, especially the ones that you really feel it on the sides, the glutes, all those stabilizing smaller muscle groups. You know, if you love them, you don't want them to fall down and shorten their life. I've had a couple of the older people in my family, they actually, shortly after falling, they passed away. So, you know, broken hips, things like that. So it is it's very real, especially as you get up into those latter years and anywhere over, I would say 60, 70, 80, 90, up in there. It's what you've been doing your entire life that starts to count. So, all right, think about that. Let's move to our next exercise in the circuit. We're gonna pound this one out. You guys ready? Here we go. Alt grab squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nice. Clearing the deck. All right. Let's do the toe to glute exercise. Remember, the straighter lines you can do in this exercise, the better. So you're flying in the fighter jet, you're just above the ground, out of radar's reach. That is what you're doing with your toe. Scraping it along the ground, coming up to bum, all the way back down, straight line, okay? Just like that. 1. 2. 3. This will be 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Almost there. 14. 15, last one. Keeping your emotions nice and stable. Just focusing on your breath calms and centers you, especially when you go on a long one like that. All right, next exercise we're going to be doing is the cardio squat. Trying to energize ourselves as much as possible, which is hard to do after hitting the lateral edges like that. The lateral movement and then a squat, but that's a good way to compound the effects of the last exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, we're almost there, and 16, nice. You guys feeling jelly in the legs? That was awesome. That's our circuit of 3 exercises done 3 times. You guys did really good. It's only 11:27 and over here in Canada, so that's fantastic. Really good. See some chatting going on. We'll check in here. Yeah, that's right, Eric. That's why these lateral exercises and paying attention to the smaller supportive muscles is so important. A lot of older people, when they get older, they get more sedentary and they start sitting a lot more. They use walkers to stabilize them in that front plane. What might be better is thinking ahead a little bit so that you don't have to use a walker when you're older. Thinking ahead a little bit and doing some of these lateral emphasized exercises so that maybe when you're older, you can stabilize yourself. Yeah, and then that's another reason to go on walks and add some sort of a light fitness routine for the older people. You know, I brought my daughter in, little Em, for the workout. That's the generation that's coming up. Then there's me, and then there's our moms and dads, and then there's our grandparents. You know, and our grandparents are definitely feeling the brunt of this pandemic. So finding ways that we can encourage them, even if it's just to get them out of their comfy chairs and get them moving again and thinking about what it was like when they were kids. That's really important. Don't forget those people. They're the ones that got us to where we are today. So yeah, I just, during this workout program, I didn't want to forget them. So thanks for bearing with me. All right, the extra exercise of the day, I'm going to be using a stability ball. If you guys are in your living rooms, go off of your couch. If you got a buddy with you, do this position that we were just doing there and put your leg up on top of them. It might be fun. Don't hurt them. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a single leg lunge, starting with our weak side first. So that'll be my left side. Hopefully don't crash and burn. This is really, if you're using a stability ball, this is quite advanced. It's all those stability muscles that I've been telling you about working, right? So coming down to 90 degrees, I'm trying to kick the ball out here. 90 degrees, try to come right down to it, bring up. Chin nice and high. Looking at a fixed point on the wall. If you need to grab yourself on a wall or something, or your friend, that's okay. We're going for 8 intensity, that's the most important thing. 3, on the weak side first. 4, down 90 degrees. 5, 6, let's see if I get to my 8. 7, and 8. I'm going to say that was 1 intensity point for every rep I was about 2 reps away from failing, so that's an 8 intensity on the 1 to 10 intensity scale. I did this on my weak side, so guess what? Strong side should be very easy to do. We'll see. Catching your breath a little bit, same position, just switching legs. Oh. You do this safely, carefully. You can use a chair, a stool, your friend's back, whatever it is. Jumping out slightly so that you get more of a 90-degree movement. Coming right down into it. Whoa. Catching myself. We're going to go for 8 reps. I need to kick it back just a bit. Yeah, I'm having some trouble. All right. 1. 6 point. 2. 3. 4. All right, now it's getting easier. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Nice. Woo! Did you guys feel that? That felt really good. If you want to really get into all those supportive muscles, a single leg exercise does the trick every time. The only thing about it is an advanced exercise. So take your time. If you can't do that, single leg lunge, just settle yourself to do a regular lunge. That's okay too. Don't feel like you have to do that single leg lunge. As a trainer, I like to show you where the next step is. The next step, the next step, the next step. I never want you guys to get comfortable and complacent. And I just want to show you where the next step is. So that's the point of showing you the hard stuff. It doesn't mean you have to go and do it today, but it gives you a goal that you can set to build up to it. So let's throw our mats down on the ground and get our stretch. Very good job. You guys all did awesome. By the way, I'm going to say it one more time. Anyone here during this live workout, give me a high five on the chat, and I'll come by on the Hive blockchain and give you a high five over there, which means 5 high from me to you. So I just want to see how many of you guys are getting something from this workout, and I want to spread some positivity. That's what the high five's all about. All right, so let's stretch a little bit. We're going to get into child's prayer. Just alleviate our lower backs a little bit. You might have felt that with the toe to glute exercise. It wasn't just getting into the lateral and the glute. It was also getting into the lower back just a bit. So let's just push our ears down, stretch it out, palm and center. Walking your hands to the sides, feeling a stretch along our obliques and our lats, relaxing into that stretch. Breathing nice and deep, calming your nervous system down and sending good vibes to your muscles and everyone around you in the room. It's now 11:35. We're going to be done here in a second. But before we are, we just get a little bit of stretch happening. Now bring your right leg forward. Just try your best to stretch out the hamstring. If you work at a desk, you're always folded. You probably didn't notice this, but go and look. Catch yourself. Next time you're sitting at your desk, what are you doing? Are your legs up in front of you, or are they folded in like an accordion underneath you? Chances are very good that you have your legs folded up underneath yourself, and what that does shortens up the hamstring muscles, and gosh, that can really work into your glutes, your hips, your lower back, and it can make your leg problematic. So taking some time to work on the stretch, getting those hamstrings stretch back out. Yeah, it doesn't feel so good, but eventually you'll be really glad you did that. I was going to say there's free speed and free power and flexibility. I never did explain that. I kept on alluding to it. Let's switch legs. This is my easier stretch side. So imagine you're a football player, and I'm talking about American football. I'm not talking about my favorite game, soccer or European football. Just imagine that you are throwing the ball football style, okay? If you only can throw it like this, how far is it going to go? Yeah, not very far, right? Because it's force over time that creates speed and power. So that's what I say when I'm saying there's free speed and free power and flexibility. If you can lengthen out the muscle fiber, all of a sudden, now you've got more range of motion, and you're able to apply force over a longer stretch, and that is going to speed up every movement and make it more explosive and more powerful. So if you want to immediately increase your speed, increase your power, take the time to stretch. Lean into it. All right, nice. All right. Now we're going to stretch our glutes out, and then we're going to be done here. So stepping in front of yourself and reaching to the bottom, you're going to stretch out the glutes, the lower back, hamstrings. Just reach down to the ground, crossing your leg in front of yourself. Holding these stretches for about 20 seconds to overcome the stretch reflex. Moving nicely. Once it's been 20 seconds, you may be able to reach a little bit further. How about that? Switching sides. Reaching down, holding for 20 seconds. All right, can you reach a little bit further? Nicely done. All right, guys, girls, everyone, thanks for joining. That's the end of day 22 of the Live Fit Challenge. You've got one more day with me. Next session, I will be talking with you guys a little bit about what comes next after this challenge. I'd like some input from you guys. So maybe if you can think about it over the next couple of days before the weekend or before day 24, I'd really appreciate any kind of feedback you guys can give me on what you guys would like to see coming next. So I'm going to also share a little bit about what I think I would like to do next. I definitely don't want to leave you guys high and dry. I really enjoyed doing these live fitness challenges with you and Actifit and Appics. So let's talk about that next time. So yeah, just to prime the pump, get you guys thinking about it all. Thank you so much for joining me today, and that's it from me. All right, anyone leaving comments in the live right now, this is your last chance. Then you'll be getting a high five from me if you drop a comment. Thanks so much, everybody.